The 11th generation Honda Civic is getting a hatchback and a 6-speed manual transmission. Now we also have a reveal date. We're over at Honda's website in Japan. Here we are with the new Civic. We had a different image that Honda teased with us here in the United States with palm trees around it. This one's a little bit more basic with a white background, and we have a better idea of the silhouette of the hatchback. I mean, it looks so similar to the sedan. We just have a sloping roofline in the rear. So it doesn't really come as a surprise, but what does come as a surprise is them sticking with a manual transmission option. That's really good to hear, that confirmation. And we also have a reveal date that is right around the corner. I will live stream it. I do have family in town, so that might shake things up, but more than likely I will live stream it, and it's right around the corner. Check this out. We have a launch page as well as a YouTube page where they're going to stream it from. So we're going to head to the launch page here, and it's auto translating to English for us, 6:24. Now that's 10 a.m. Japan time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday the 23rd. So June 23rd, I will be live streaming the new Civic Hatchback reveal for you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. We had the Lexus NX reveal the other night. We had a lot of fun streaming that. And let's scroll down to see what they have to say about this. Back in 1972, the first generation Civic was the basic car of the world. And in 2021, the world is aware of the irreplaceable joy of moving freely. 11th generation Civic is born with the talent to activate all the writers. Got to remember, this is translated from Japanese, so it doesn't always flow the best. And what's cool is that they have a history section where you can select any generation of Civic. Let's check out the 5th generation here. Man, just look at the first generation Civic though. Look at that old school. It looks so similar to the Honda E hatchback that we don't get here in America. It's too bad we don't get that retro design here, but man, I love the 80s Civics here. Reminds me of the CRX Pocket Rocket. And yeah, just, I mean, this one was so popular in the 90s due to the tuning. So is this generation. And then here we are with the latest generations at the bottom and the new one coming as well. Now this is the launch page where I'm going to be streaming from. Hopefully they give us English subtitles. That will be quite helpful. Why not? Let's go to the spreadsheet. We're going to talk about some of the engine options for the Civic. Now the Civic Hatchback, it's likely to only be this inline 4 turbo, the 1.5 liter. And more than likely, the Type R will be based off of the hatchback variant. Now the base engine is in the sedan more than likely with the optional 1.5 liter turbo. The thing is that in the sedan, you cannot get a manual transmission unless it's in the SI. SI, we don't know when it's coming out, maybe next summer. The hatchback, I don't expect to be out until late this year, Q3, Q4. And the sedan will definitely be out. Well, it is already out. The sedan's hitting showrooms as far as I know at the moment of this recording. So the questions are SI and Type R, they haven't been announced yet, but SI has traditionally been on the sedan. So expect 6-speed manual, higher tuned variant of the 1.5 liter turbo, 205 horsepower, while the hatchback 6-speed manual will have 180 horsepower. Now the Type R, it's likely that they just carry everything over from the previous generation. You know, we've had all the rumors of the electric motor all-wheel drive system that's kind of similar to the setup seen in the NSX, but just kind of flip-flopped. So it will be interesting to see if the Type R differs, and if it does, how does it differ from the current generation. And then I have the hybrid slash Insight on here. I don't expect this vehicle to change anytime soon. Summer 2023 is when I'm expecting the Insight to get some changes. So guys, I'll see you down below in the comments about the Civic Hatchback 6-speed manual. I'll see you in the live stream for it as well. The 23rd, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you in the live stream. It'll be a lot of fun. And there's a couple of things coming out of Korea right now. Genesis GV60, which is supposed to be their fully electric vehicle based on the EGMP platform, like the Ioniq 6, which we'll talk about today, but the Ioniq 5 that's coming out late this year, in theory. We'll talk about why that could change as well. But I saw it in Miami. It's a really cool looking car. And then also the Kia EV6 is also based on the same platform as this GV60. Which reminds me, I need to pull up the spreadsheet we need to get to after we go over this. Leaked interior. The steering wheel, to me, looks very generic. I don't think it's very attractive compared to their existing steering wheels. And we have a sport steering wheel as well as the more oblong steering wheel that a lot of people don't like, but I like it. I think it feels pretty old school. Is it maybe a little bit ugly? Yes, but you know, I like the uniqueness of it. Now we have paddle shifters on here, assuming that there's regen braking, customization. Of course, these are some of your safety features like radar cruise control. This is going to be some of your phone and menu assist buttons. And if you guys want to check these out yourself, definitely go to CarBuzz. You might be able to pick up something that I'm not able to, but we're going to keep looking at this image. I'm not quite sure what these buttons on the steering wheel, maybe one of them is the start vehicle button. And this one, I don't see any writing on. So, I mean, it's definitely prototype. So we have the dual screen display that is very Kia Hyundai Genesis at this point in time. And looking at the climate control, it looks like we have a mini touchscreen LCD down here. Look, we also have physical buttons. So let's go to the next image. And then this is traditional Genesis at this point in time. We saw this sort of setup revealed in the GV80 that is currently on the market. So your drive control here, heated and ventilated seat controls. It looks like your parking camera, maybe parking assist button right here as well. Cup holders. But to me, this looks like, guys, this looks like 90s styling where we had a lot of like aluminum and gray in the 90s with electronics. And this is the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if I like it. I wonder if there are different colors for the interior. To me, the Ioniq 5 that I was in looks a lot more clean than this interior so far. And then you get this mint color, which again kind of reminds me of like 90s iMac computers with these silver touches. I think it's ugly, and I hope it when I see it in person, it's not looking quite like this, and maybe you have different interior options. But you see the screen here, this is for the digital side mirrors, which we cannot have in the United States. They are illegal, unfortunately. So that's a bunch of baloney, unfortunately. And then this looks like the mirror controls for this digital mirror. So you have the additional directional pad, it looks like. And then this handle, I mean, it just does not look good. These window switches look cheap to me as well. But if you look at the screen behind the steering wheel, this looks like a startup screen or closing screen. And we have a look at what it looks like. It looks like a Genesis model. It looks like a G80, for example, up front. So it's going to look very G80-like, but probably more hatchback design. I don't expect this to be a sedan, right? Because it's a GV60 in theory. So GV is their crossovers, but it's going to be lower than like a GV70, for example, and it's probably going to be somewhere in terms of size between like a GV80 and G80 and a GV70. And yeah, it just looks like most of the other Genesis products up front. So we're heading over to the Ioniq, Genesis, and Kia EV platform spreadsheet that I have, and we have a few options for this vehicle. I'm expecting this to be the base option for this GV60. It's 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. The Kia EV6 gets this 576 horsepower all-wheel drive variant and the GT. I'm fully expecting that this powertrain would be the range-topping powertrain for this GV60, and then this 320 horsepower all-wheel drive variant to be the base model. And it maybe even Korea, you can probably get the rear wheel drive model as well with 225 horsepower. I just don't see that happening here in the United States, them giving us that many options. But who knows? Time will tell. Over to electrive.com, Hyundai Ioniq 6 production to take place at Asan. Now, going to the bottom here, Asan is where they build the Sonata as well as Grandeur, which was the Azera here, but the Azera was canceled in 2017. So they're planning on making the gorgeous EV6, which is based off the Prophecy concept, in 2022. And that will be, like I said, at the Asan plant where they build the Sonata and Azera. Now, what's interesting is that LG Energy Solutions Ochang plant is located near Asan. That is convenient. And the Ioniq 5 is built in the Ulsan plant. The production there has been repeatedly interrupted due to the global chip shortage and strikes by the union. This could additionally set back the Ioniq 5 production and its release and availability here in the United States if the strikes continue and the chip shortage continues, which chip shortage is expected to continue into 2022. So guys, I'll end it there. Civic Hatchback live stream the 23rd, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you guys there for that. And then we got the leaks for the Genesis GV60 thanks to CarBuzz, and then at Electrive showing us that where this beautiful Ioniq 6 Prophecy vehicle will be made. Guys, I'll end it there. I'll see you in the comments. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the video as my 2-year-old is losing her mind. Subscribe for more 2-year-old rampages while I'm giving news. I'll catch you guys in the next video.